The hidden gift in the palms of your hands. Take a brief moment right now to look down at your hands. Turn them over, open them wide, and gently curl your fingers inward. Think about everything these incredible tools have done for you over the course of your life. They have written heartfelt letters, tended to beautiful gardens, prepared countless meals for your family, held the hands of your children or grandchildren, and helped you build a life of purpose. Our hands are our literal, physical connection to the world around us. They are the instruments of our creativity, our comfort, and our absolute daily independence. But have you noticed a subtle, uninvited shift happening recently? Perhaps you've woken up on a chilly morning and felt a stubborn, rigid tightness in your knuckles that takes an hour to fully thaw out. Maybe turning a stiff key in your front door, buttoning a favorite shirt, or twisting the lid off a simple jar of preserves has started to require a bit of frustrating extra effort, or even cause a sharp, biting ache at the base of your thumb. It is incredibly easy to dismiss these moments as an unavoidable tax we pay to the clock. But your hands are not breaking down. They are simply sending you a gentle, quiet plea for circulation, movement, and care. Today, we're going to look at 3 simple, scientifically proven finger exercises that act as a natural lubricant for your joints. They require zero special equipment, can be done anywhere from your favorite armchair to your kitchen table, and can entirely prevent or reverse the onset of arthritis and stiffness, ensuring your hands remain agile, powerful, and completely pain-free for the rest of your journey. The science of joint lubrication and aging. To understand why these simple movements are so profoundly effective, we have to pull back the curtain on how the joints in our fingers actually survive. Unlike your muscles, which enjoy a rich, constant supply of fresh oxygen and nutrients directly from your bloodstream, the cartilage protecting the ends of your finger bones has no direct blood supply. It relies entirely on a brilliant biological fluid known as synovial fluid. Think of synovial fluid as your body's natural, premium motor oil. When you move your joints to their full range of motion, it creates a gentle mechanical squeezing effect that pumps fresh, nutrient-rich synovial fluid into the cartilage, keeping it slick, thick, and perfectly cushioned. As we cross into our 50s, 60s, and 70s, our natural production of this vital fluid begins to slow down, and our cartilage will become dry, thin, and brittle, much like a sponge left out in the sun. If we stop moving our fingers because they ache, we accidentally cut off the only supply line of nourishment they have left, accelerating the bone-on-bone friction that defines arthritis. Let's look at the detailed story of Eleanor, a beautifully artistic 64-year-old grandmother from Boston. Eleanor spent her entire life knitting intricate, vibrant wool blankets for her family. A couple of winters ago, she noticed that her fingers were beginning to look slightly swollen at the middle knuckles, and a deep, nagging ache made it painful to hold her knitting needles for more than 10 minutes. Fearing she was losing her beloved creative outlet forever, she saw a hand specialist who explained that her joints were simply starving for fluid. Eleanor began a daily routine of targeted, gentle finger movements before picking up her yarn. Within 6 weeks of consistent practice, the inflammatory swelling subsided, the deep ache dissolved into a distant memory, and Eleanor successfully completed a massive, beautiful quilt for her newest grandson. She didn't need a medical miracle. She simply learned how to pump natural lubrication back into her hands. Exercise 1. The gentle finger fan, restoring lateral space. The very first exercise focuses on creating vital lateral space between the tight, compressed bones of your fingers. It is called the gentle finger fan. Over years of typing, gripping steering wheels, or holding tools, our fingers spend a vast majority of their time curled inward in a closed position, causing the lateral tendons and ligaments to become tight, shortened, and rigid. This exercise counteracts that compression, widening the joint capsules and encouraging fluid to coat the sides of the bone structure. To perform this, simply rest your hands completely flat on a table, a desk, or even comfortably flat against your thighs, with your palms facing downward. Relax your shoulders. Slowly, with total intention, spread your fingers outward as wide as they can comfortably go. Imagine that your hand is a beautiful, opening Japanese fan. Hold that wide, spacious stretch for 3 deep, relaxing breaths. Then, gently bring your fingers back together until they touch side by side, relaxing the muscles completely. Consider James, a 71-year-old retired civil engineer from Sydney, Australia. James loved working with wood, but his fingers had become so chronically stiff that he couldn't spread his hands wide enough to securely stabilize a piece of timber on his workbench. His grip felt weak and untrustworthy. He committed to performing the gentle finger fan 10 times every single morning before his coffee. At first, his fingers would barely separate, moving only a fraction of an inch. But within a month of gentle, daily persistence, his tendons elongated, his hand span expanded dramatically, and he regained the baseline stability needed to hold his woodwork securely, proving that flexibility is the first line of defense against age-related decline. Exercise 2, the soft fist to celestial stretch, pumping fluid. Our second movement is the ultimate fluid pump for the entire hand architecture, targeting the complex web of muscles in your palm and the tiny joints of your fingertips. We call it the soft fist to celestial stretch. This exercise works by using alternating contracting and extending motions to flush out stagnant inflammatory fluids that collect in your hands overnight, replacing them with fresh, healing nutrition. Begin by bringing your hands up in front of you, completely relaxed. Slowly wrap your fingers inward to form a gentle, soft fist. It is incredibly important that you do not squeeze tightly. This is a movement of grace, not force. Place your thumb gently across the outside of your fingers. Hold this soft fist for a count of 3. Then, slowly unravel your fingers, stretching them straight up toward the sky, separating them completely, and extending them backward just a tiny bit until you feel a beautiful, warm stretch along the palm of your hand and into your wrist. Hold that open. Celestial stretch for another count of 3. Think of Clara, a 78-year-old retired schoolteacher from Manchester, England. Clara suffered from classic morning stiffness. Her hands were so locked up when she first woke up that she couldn't even grasp the handle of her morning teacup without using both hands, which felt deeply frustrating and embarrassing for her. Her physical therapist suggested she perform the soft fist to celestial stretch 15 times while still lying warm under her bed covers each morning. By using the ambient warmth of her bed and the rhythmic pumping action of the exercise, Clara was able to wash away the morning stiffness before she even set her feet on the floor. Within 2 weeks, she was able to lift her teacup effortlessly with a single, steady hand, completely restoring her morning confidence. Exercise 3, the thumb to fingertip O, preserving pin precision. Our final exercise focuses on the absolute crown jewel of human hand dexterity, the thumb. The human thumb is what gives us our remarkable precision and fine motor skills. Sadly, the joint at the very base of the thumb, the carpal metacarpal joint, is the single most common site for osteoarthritis in older adults. When this joint becomes arthritic, we lose our ability to pinch, right button close, or hold utensils. The thumb to fingertip O exercise is specifically designed to keep this critical joint perfectly aligned, strong, and moving smoothly along its natural track. To practice this, hold your hand up comfortably. Take your thumb and slowly bring the tip of it to meet the tip of your index finger, forming a perfect, clean circle like the letter O. Make sure you aren't flattening the joints. Try to keep the shape beautifully round. Gently press the 2 fingertips together for just 1 second, then open a hand completely. Next, bring your thumb to meet your middle finger, forming another perfect circle. Press gently and open. Repeat the sequence down to your ring finger, and finally to your little pinky finger. Let's look at the experience of Robert, a 67-year-old avid fly fisherman from Montana. Robert lived for the peace of the river, but the arthritis at the base of his left thumb became so severe and sharp that he could no longer pinch the tiny, delicate fishing flies to tie them onto his line. His fingers felt clumsy, and he was ready to give up his favorite lifelong sport. He began doing 3 complete rounds of the thumb to fingertip O on both hands twice a day, focusing on making the circles as round and precise as possible to retrain the joint alignment. The targeted movement strengthened the tiny stabilizer muscles around the base of his thumb, absorbing the daily impact. Last summer, Robert stood in the clear waters of the river, successfully tying his own intricate flies with absolute precision, proving that your hands can remain sharp, delicate instruments at any stage of life. The power of warmth and daily consistency. As you begin to incorporate these 3 simple movements into your life, Remember that your body responds best to gentleness, warmth, and daily rhythm. You are not training for a marathon. You are gently whispering to your joints that it is safe to move, heal, and relax. You should never push these exercises to the point of sharp pain. A dull, warming stretch is wonderful, but sharp pain is a signal from your body to slow down and lessen the depth of the movement. To maximize the life-changing benefits of these exercises, try pairing them with a simple element of warmth. If your hands feel exceptionally stiff, try soaking them in a bowl of pleasantly warm water mixed with a handful of magnesium-rich Epsom salts for 5 minutes before you begin, or simply perform the exercises while washing your dishes under warm running water. The heat naturally relaxes the tight tendons, dilates the blood vessels, and allows the synovial fluid to glide through your knuckles with absolute ease. By anchoring these exercises to an existing habit, like watching the evening news, waiting for your morning toast, or sitting down to read a book, you turn self-care into an effortless, automatic part of your lifestyle, reclaiming the joy of creative independence. Caring for your hands as you journey through your 50s, 60s, and beyond is one of the most profound acts of self-love and preservation you can perform. It is about refusing to let your world shrink. It is about ensuring that you can always open your own jars, write your own holiday cards, turn your own keys, and hold the hands of those you love without a single flinch of discomfort. Your mobility is your freedom, and the ability to use your hands skillfully is a gift that is absolutely worth protecting every single day. I would love to hear from you now. How did your hands feel while practicing these 3 exercises along with me today? Did you feel a wave of warmth enter your knuckles? Or notice that one hand was slightly more compliant than the other? Please take a moment to leave a thoughtful comment down below. Your personal story, your struggles, and your victories are the exact inspiration someone else in our community needs to read today to change their life. If you found this comprehensive guide deeply valuable and practical, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and click that notification bell so you never miss an expert guide to a vibrant, pain-free, and independent life. Share this video with your close friends, your neighbors, and anyone you love who deserves to keep their hands strong and nimble for a lifetime. Thank you so much for your time today. Take beautiful care of your hands and keep moving forward with confidence.